A forgotten artifact lies in pieces on a planet far from Earth. Few know it exists except those who took it back and those whose ancestors created it. 4 young people are thrown into a race against emissaries of the gods to find its pieces. Mistrust, greed, and magic are tangled in an endless web. What will the fate be of the universe once it is found and reassembled? Get Scepter of the Gods, The Rod of Truth now on Amazon, and get wrapped up in the saga that will not let you go.
Good morning, and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where we are merging motivation and spirituality to create a daily dose of confident positivity. I hope that this morning's podcast will help you to be more spiritually and positively motivated so that you can transform your day. This is a special episode in a series of podcasts based on Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. For several years now, I have gone back to the habits taught in this book to prepare for the coming year and home in closer and closer to my lifelong dream and my goals so that I could more effectively achieve my goals. Year after year, we hear people joking about setting New Year's resolutions and then abandoning them by February. Personally, I don't find that very funny. I hope that your resolutions are more important to you than to give them up after only a month or two. What if you were to set 1, 2, maybe 3 at the most resolutions or goals for 2024, and then at the end of 2024, find that you nailed each one of them? You can. I set 2 goals that to me were very large. As I talk about in the Motivational Devotional, I had to change and grow to become more than I was in order to achieve those goals. As I say this now, I have done that. I changed. I grew. I achieved. Starting with the November 27, 2023 podcast and running through the New Year's Eve podcast, this series offers 35 episodes of principles, inspiration, and motivation that I use toward fulfilling my own lifelong dream. I have audacious goals for 2024, but only 3, because more than that will water down your efforts. I will achieve mine by this time next year. You can do the same. And I hope you will pursue yours with relentless intent. If you find these helpful, please go to the Motivational Devotional Facebook page and let me know. For now, let's get on with it. Did you know that today is payday? Yes, I know it's Sunday if you're listening to this on the day it is originally published, and I know that probably nobody receives a paycheck on Sundays, but today is payday anyway. Let me explain. Even though I am writing and recording and uploading this long before you are hearing or reading it, I can say with all confidence that by the time it is getting to you, someone will have already said that they love me. Someone will have already let me know that I am important to them. Someone will have already given me a reason to trust them even more deeply. I can also say confidently that by the time this gets to you, I will also have told someone else that I love them and let them know that they are important to me, and I will have given someone else at least one more reason that they can trust me even more deeply. What happens when we do these things and similar things is we make what Stephen Covey called a deposit into an emotional bank account. And stuff like this builds emotional principle between us and other people. When you say thank you to a cashier at a business, you deposit the equivalent of a few cents into an emotional bank account. It's not much, just a quick thank you and a quick interaction. And if you never see that person again, maybe it kind of gets mixed into an emotional fund of theirs that gives them a stronger sense that there are nice people in the world. When you encounter that same person over and over at that business, you develop more of an emotional bank account with that person, and you might get to be on a first-name basis and even become friends. At that point, you will have made a lot of deposits into that emotional bank account, and if there ever came a day that you honestly forgot your wallet at home, they might say to not worry about it, that they've got you. And that little incident would be a little withdrawal from that emotional bank account. If that happened habitually, it wouldn't be such an honest forgetting, and the withdrawals would quickly send that emotional bank account into overdraft, and that budding friendship would be ruined. There is no longer any principle between the two of you. We all have something to deposit into someone else's account. Every time we trust someone, exhibit compassion toward them, or alleviate their suffering in some way, we make a deposit into that emotional bank account. As with money, making deposits is always better than withdrawals. If you want to increase that sense of love and belonging with people, making regular and frequent deposits into the emotional bank account between you is critical to making that happen. Please note that once you make a deposit into an emotional bank account, you no longer have claim to it, and it is a shared asset. Simply doing nice things for people to get them to like you is not what this is about. We make these deposits to truly let other people know that we care, and we offer without attachment to result because it's about principle. None of us would want to have our personal monetary bank accounts overdrawn. We make emotional withdrawals if we break trust. We can do that if we ask too much of someone or make demands, if we don't follow through with what we say we're going to do, or if we let the other person pick up too much of our slack. In a relationship, one act of betrayal can write an emotional check so big that a very deep account gets instantly overdrawn. An overdrawn emotional bank account is devoid of principle, and it is a relationship that is in big trouble. The word principle can refer to the balance or equity in an account, but it can also refer to those values upon which we build our lives, our businesses, and our relationships. Both meanings of this word are relevant to the emotional bank account because we build the principle in the account upon our principles. When we realize that today and every day is payday for us as well as for the people we interact with, we build the principles of trust, integrity, and love. We build value when we value others. So know that you are already valued because all of creation is conspiring in your favor. Trust that the universe always has your back. Stephen Covey said, "Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships."
Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following @Threefold Way Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Motivational Devotional is a production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.